The cliffhanger from last week's episode of The Walking Dead. Daryl Dixon was a little deceptive, which is the first thing that caught my attention. It appeared as though Carol had been taken prisoner by the cultists wearing skulls and carrying torches in the closing scenes of Daryl Dixon's Season 3 premiere. However, it appears that Carol is okay within seconds of this new episode. She simply moved a little further down the road. When Daryl defends a kind couple from a bunch of thugs brandishing firearms, the episode's primary conflict begins. The girlfriend informs them that her grandma is a healer, but the boyfriend is hesitant to assist them. Daryl requests to visit Carol since she requires medical attention. Since their town isn't very accepting of strangers, the couple initially declines to take them, but after Daryl threatens them with a gun, they reconsider. Season 3 of The Walking Dead. Daryl Dixon has a post-apocalyptic vibe. The episode largely adheres to the standard Walking Dead formula. As they reach the couple's village, our heroes must gain the trust of a new community where everyone appears to be antagonistic. They gradually establish their value, meet new people, and contribute to defending the neighborhood against external dangers. Naturally, the seeming safe sanctuary is actually hiding some sinister secrets. We've witnessed it several times. This time, however, it feels a little different because it amusingly parodies Western cliches. It feels like a fistful of dollars with zombies when Daryl enters a community full of defenseless people who are all being terrorized by a group of evil villains and their despotic leader, and makes the decision to intervene. Themes, imagery, and plots from Sergio Leone and Sergio Corbucci's classic Euro-Westerns are strongly referenced in Daryl and Carol's experience in Spain. So far this season, I'm really like the spaghetti western vibes. This episode has a population locked up in a fortress, an armed confrontation with a group of robbers, and Daryl appearing to be man with no name brandishing a crossbow. Daryl and Carol's Spanish adventure heavily draws from the themes, images, and plots of Sergio Leone and Sergio Corbucci's classic Euro-Westerns. Though they were made in Italy, spaghetti westerns were primarily filmed in Spain. The previous seasons, which were set in France, lacked a strong sense of identity. The cinematic visuals of Daryl Dixon never cease to amaze me. I'm astounded by the cinematic effects that the Daryl Dixon crew can achieve on a TV budget, just like in the premiere episode. A savage fight scene silhouetted against bright orange flames, or a dinner scene with dark, brooding lighting that reflects the subject of the conversation are just two examples of the striking shots that are set against the enormous, gritty, and lived-in village set. Daryl's stoicism on the surface and his underlying softness are perfectly balanced by Norman Reedus. Additionally, he portrays the character's enduring social awkwardness, which stems from his tragic upbringing, as he is hesitant to accept new acquaintances. Since Carol isn't acting like herself due to her brain injury, Melissa McBride doesn't have much to do. Hopefully, this won't be a season-long issue and we'll soon be able to see the Carol we know again. Alexandra Masangkay's pause has a lot of promise, while Óscar Jaenada is a fantastic new cast member as the endearing but enigmatic Federico. All things considered, the second season of The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon falls short of the initial episode's expectations. The terrible criminals that appeared on the beach aren't the constant menace they appear to be, and the cliffhanger was merely a playful bit of deception. However, a lot of promise remains here. There is yet potential if the remainder of the season maintains the spaghetti western theme and positions Daryl as a gunslinger a la Django.